Today on the net, Barack Obama presents his own health reform plan online. 2 schools in China are suspected with involvement in the attack against Google. And a virtual trip on the trans-Siberian railway. The American president is determined to put his healthcare system reform into place. The Republicans are yet to agree, so Congress is currently in deadlock. On Monday, Barack Obama unveiled a new compromise bill, less ambitious than the first. Democrats and Republicans will meet on Thursday to discuss this bill, and their debate will be broadcasted live on the internet.
I'm inviting members of both parties to take part in a bipartisan healthcare meeting, and I hope they come in a spirit of good faith. I don't want to see this meeting turn into political theater, with each side simply reciting talking points and trying to score political points. Instead, I ask members of both parties to seek common ground in an effort to solve a problem that's been with us for generations.
The White House has made some of the president's reform proposals available online. The proposals aim, in particular, to make health cover more accessible. Obama says the plan will help over 31 million Americans afford healthcare who do not get it today. Some Americans and health professionals in particular are pleased with these innovative proposals. In these online videos, several doctors state that with this reform, access to quality care will at last be available to those who really need it.
Their family, and even the...
Giving millions of more people across the country health insurance means more Americans can get the care and medicines they need.
But the project does raise a number of questions. This American student, who's in favour of the reform, wonders if he will now be obliged to take out health insurance, when this was not previously the case. He hopes he will have the choice as to whether or not he is insured. The news was published last week on the New York Times website. According to the American Daily, the cyber attacks on Google had been traced to a prestigious university in Shanghai and a vocational school with links to the Chinese military. The directors of these 2 establishments immediately denied any involvement in these cyber attacks, which caused the famous search engine to threaten to pull out of the country. One of the directors of the Longxiang Vocational School declared on Chinese television that there was no Ukrainian teacher at his school, contrary to what was stated in the New York Times. On discussion forums, many web users are wondering how a school which is known more than anything for its courses in engineering, cookery and hairdressing could carry out such attacks on the American giant. This blogger says that the server computers of the 2 schools could have been hacked into without them knowing, and then used by the pirates who really attacked Google. And this web user believes that by incriminating these 2 establishments, the New York Times has given them a great little advertising campaign. The Longxiang Vocational School's reputation has indeed been boosted by this affair. Its commercial, in which it boasts about having one of the biggest computer laboratories in the world, has resurfaced on the Chinese web. The establishment has in fact been inundated with calls from potential candidates, all interested by its lessons in computer science. It's now possible to travel the 9,000-kilometre journey on the trans-Siberian railway without leaving your seat. The Russian railway company has teamed up with Google so that web users can experience one of the most famous railway journeys in the world. There are 150 hours of videos available on the website, so the virtual tourist can watch the scenery go by as if they were sitting in one of the train's carriages. He talks in his sleep and mumbles all night long, like when he said his computer needed power and it should be fed with chips and tomato ketchup. She found the whole thing rather amusing and decided to record and write down these nightly murmurings. Here's the result, a hilarious blog which has more fans by the day. In this video, 2 actors are bringing Keynes and Hayek back to life. The theories of these 2 major 20th century economists are explained in music to analyse the current economic crisis. A sparring match during which Keynes recommends state intervention, whilst Hayek believes that the market should be left to regulate the imbalance.
Real simple. Boost aggregate demand. CIG altogether gets to Y. Keep that total growing. Watch the economy fly. We've been going.